Many people come to me and say, "Barbara, my weight isn't what it used to be. My belly has become stubborn, and no matter what I do, it just won't shift." And I always tell them, before you blame age, metabolism, or hormones, first understand what the body is actually trying to tell you. Because the truth is, the body is incredibly intelligent. It communicates through symptoms long before things become serious. And that stubborn fat deep inside the abdomen, what we call visceral fat, is one of those early messages. It's the body's way of saying something isn't right. And this is why today's topic is so important. There is a simple drink, safe, natural, and proven over time, that helps activate the body's internal mechanisms to melt visceral fat, not by magic, not by shortcuts, but by supporting the organs that control inflammation, digestion, and detoxification. When these systems begin working the way they're meant to, the fat around the belly begins to shrink because the body no longer needs to store it. And yes, when done correctly, people do start noticing changes in about 7 days. But before we talk about that drink, we must first address why men, especially men over the age of 50, struggle the most with this particular type of fat. After 50, the body's chemistry changes. The liver becomes slower if it has been overworked for years. Metabolism becomes sluggish not because of age alone, but because of lifestyle patterns accumulated over decades. Sleep often becomes irregular, stress creeps in quietly, and activity levels reduce without us even noticing. And all of this creates the perfect environment for visceral fat to grow. You see, fat stored under the skin is not the main problem. It's the fat stored deep around the organs, the liver, the intestines, the pancreas, that causes the most trouble. That's the fat that pushes the belly outward and gives that round, firm look many men complain about. But more importantly, it interferes with hormones, blood sugar, and circulation. When this fat starts building up, digestion slows down, energy drops, and cravings increase. And once it settles, it becomes more stubborn than regular fat. Now, the body is capable of healing at any age. I have seen people well into their 60s and 70s turn their health around simply by making gentle, doable changes, nothing extreme, nothing complicated. And one of the simplest changes is adding the right morning drink at the right time. The timing is crucial because the body has its own rhythm. During the early hours of the morning, the liver and digestive system are most receptive. This means that when you give the body something cleansing, warming, and metabolism activating at that time, it responds immediately. And this drink works not because it burns fat directly, but because it wakes up the digestive fire, supports the liver, reduces inflammation, and encourages the body to switch from storing fat to releasing it. When the body feels safe, nourished, and balanced, it lets go of what it no longer needs. And that is the beauty of natural healing. No force, no pressure, just allowing the body to do what it was designed to do. In the next part, we'll talk about what exactly goes into this drink, why each ingredient works, and how to prepare it in a way that supports your body gently but powerfully. Before I tell you exactly how to prepare this drink, I want you to understand why each ingredient is chosen. Because when you know the reason behind it, you can use it with confidence. And more importantly, you can listen to your body and adjust it according to your own needs. Natural remedies work best when you understand them, not when you simply follow instructions without awareness. The first essential component of this drink is warm water. People often underestimate something so simple, but warm water stimulates digestion gently. When the body wakes up, the digestive system is still in a slow resting state. Warmth signals the stomach and intestines to begin moving, almost like a gentle nudge telling the body, it's time to start the day. Cold water, especially first thing in the morning, can shock the digestive system and slow down metabolism. But warm water increases circulation, loosens the lymphatic system, and encourages the breakdown of old waste stuck in the gut. And as long as the gut remains sluggish, visceral fat remains stubborn. The second ingredient is raw apple cider vinegar with the mother. Now, this is an ingredient I talk about often because it assists the body in multiple ways. It helps stabilize blood sugar, and when blood sugar is steady, the body stores less fat. It also improves the pH of the stomach, which is extremely beneficial for men over 50 because natural stomach acid often reduces with age. Without enough stomach acid, food isn't digested fully, and partially digested food can ferment, causing bloating, heaviness, and eventually fat storage. Apple cider vinegar corrects that environment, helping the body break food down properly. And when digestion improves, fat loss naturally follows. The third ingredient is freshly squeezed lemon juice. Lemon is cleansing, alkalizing, and rich in vitamin C, which supports the liver. Now, many people don't realize this, but the liver plays the biggest role in burning fat. If the liver is congested, whether from processed foods, late night eating, or years of stress, it cannot do its job efficiently. Lemon juice helps thin the bile, encouraging the liver to release toxins. And when the liver is lighter and cleaner, it becomes far more efficient at burning visceral fat. The fourth ingredient is a pinch of cayenne pepper or a small piece of ginger. Both provide warmth, but more importantly, they stimulate circulation. Fat is not just stored energy, it is connected to blood flow. When circulation improves, the body becomes better at transporting nutrients to the cells and carrying toxins away. Cayenne increases thermogenesis, which means the body generates a little heat. Ginger soothes the gut and reduces inflammation. You can choose either one based on your comfort level, but adding this warming element makes the drink more effective. And the final ingredient is optional but very helpful: raw honey. Not regular processed honey, but raw honey that contains natural enzymes. It provides gentle energy, helps reduce cravings, and supports the immune system. Some people worry that honey adds sugar, but when used correctly and in small amounts, it actually helps calm the stress response in the body, which reduces fat storage. When these ingredients come together in warm water, the drink becomes more than just a beverage. It becomes a signal to the body to wake up, cleanse, and reset. It prepares the digestive system for the day, supports the liver, and encourages metabolism to start moving in the right direction. In the next part, we'll discuss exactly how and when to take this drink and the lifestyle habits that make it work even faster and more effectively. Now that you understand the ingredients and why each one is chosen, let's talk about timing, because timing can make all the difference. The body works in cycles, and when you align your habits with those natural cycles, the results come much faster. This drink is most effective when taken first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. That's when the digestive system is most receptive, and the liver is in a cleansing mode after working all night to filter and process the blood. When you take this drink within the first 20 to 30 minutes of waking, it sends a very clear message to the body. It says, let's clean out old waste, let's activate digestion, and let's prepare for the day ahead. If you eat too soon after waking, especially heavy foods, the body loses that morning window where it could have detoxified more efficiently. But when you start your day with something cleansing and warm, it keeps the body in a gentle fat-burning state. Many people rush their mornings. Tea, bread, biscuits, whatever is convenient. But that habit often keeps the liver overloaded and slows the metabolism. What I encourage you to do instead is begin your day slowly and intentionally. Have the drink, wait at least 20 minutes, and allow the body to respond to it. You may feel warmth around the stomach area, a lightness in the body, or improved digestion throughout the day. All of these are signs that the drink is doing its job. Along with the drink, lifestyle plays a crucial role. For men over 50, one of the biggest obstacles is chronic stress. Stress hormones encourage the body to store fat around the belly because the body assumes you're in danger and needs quick energy. But when stress becomes a daily experience, the fat never leaves. This is why a calm morning routine, even 10 minutes of breathing, stretching, or simply sitting quietly, can make a measurable difference. It helps the body shift from storing mode to releasing mode. Another important habit is movement. You don't need intense workouts. A simple 20 or 30-minute walk, especially in the morning, boosts circulation and supports the drink's effects. Walking encourages the lymphatic system to drain waste, and when waste leaves the body efficiently, visceral fat begins to shrink naturally. For some people, even gentle stretching or a short breathing session after the drink helps activate the metabolism. Sleep also plays a role. If you're going to ask the body to burn visceral fat, you must give it the rest it needs. A body that sleeps late, eats late, or wakes up tired will hold on to fat because it doesn't feel restored. So try to finish eating earlier in the evening and aim for consistent bedtimes. When your sleep improves, your hormones balance, and fat loss becomes easier. These are simple changes, but they work because they support the whole body, not just one part of it. Think of it like tuning a musical instrument. When one piece is out of balance, the music doesn't sound right. But when everything is aligned, food, sleep, movement, hydration, the body responds beautifully. In the next part, we will go step by step on how to prepare this drink correctly, how long to use it, and the results people commonly see within the first 7 days. Let's now talk about how to prepare this drink in the right way, because each step matters. Natural remedies may seem simple, but when they are used thoughtfully, they work in harmony with the body. Begin by warming a glass of water, not boiling, not cold, just comfortably warm. The warmth relaxes the stomach and prepares it to receive the other ingredients without shock. Too much heat can damage some of the natural enzymes from the honey or the apple cider vinegar, while cold water can slow digestion. So, aim for the kind of warmth that feels soothing, almost like a gentle comfort to the stomach. Into this warm water, add 1 tablespoon of raw apple cider vinegar. The version that contains the mother is always best because that is where the beneficial microbes live. They support gut health, which is essential for reducing visceral fat. Next, squeeze half a fresh lemon into the water. Fresh lemons contain live nutrients that bottled versions simply do not have. You don't need too much, just enough to give the water a bright, cleansing quality. Then add a pinch of cayenne pepper or a small slice of ginger. You can choose whichever your body tolerates better. Ginger gives a mild warmth, while cayenne creates a quick heating effect that boosts circulation. Both options stimulate digestion beautifully. If you prefer a slightly sweeter taste, or if you find the drink too strong, you may add half a teaspoon of raw honey. Only add this if needed, because the drink does not rely on sweetness to work. Raw honey brings calming energy and helps soothe digestion, but it should be used gently. Stir everything well until it blends smoothly, and drink it slowly rather than all at once. Let the body receive it with ease. Now, how long should you use this drink? Many people begin to feel lighter within the first 7 days. The belly may feel less tight, digestion may improve, and there is often a noticeable reduction in bloating. That is the body beginning to respond. However, for deeper visceral fat reduction, consistency matters more than intensity. Use this drink every morning for at least 2 to 3 weeks, and observe your body as you go. If you feel warmth, improved energy, or better digestion, these are signs the liver and gut are responding well. Some people ask if they can take it at night instead, but mornings remain the most effective. At night, the digestive system slows down naturally. It prepares for rest, not cleansing. But in the morning, the body is ready to reset, ready to eliminate, ready to burn. This drink works best when taken during that natural cleansing window. You may also notice that your cravings begin to change. When the liver is supported and digestion improves, the body stops demanding heavy or sugary foods. Instead, you may feel drawn toward lighter, cleaner meals. I always tell people, when the body is nourished properly, it stops shouting for the wrong things. As the days pass, continue observing your body. Notice the changes in energy, breathing, digestion, and even mood. When inflammation reduces, the whole system begins to operate more smoothly. And as the internal environment becomes cleaner, the body no longer feels the need to hold on to visceral fat for protection. In the final part, we'll talk about what changes most people see after 7 days, how to maintain the results, and the gentle mistakes people should avoid while using this drink. After 7 days of using this drink consistently, most people begin noticing small but meaningful shifts in their body. The first change is usually a feeling of lightness around the abdomen. That heavy, tight sensation many men experience, especially those over 50, begins to ease. This happens because the digestive system is clearing out old waste that may have been sitting there for years. When the gut is cleaner, the belly naturally feels flatter, even before significant fat loss begins. Another common change is improved energy. When the liver is supported and the blood is cleaner, the body doesn't have to work as hard to carry out basic tasks. Some people describe this as a clearer mind, others say they feel more active during the day. It isn't a sudden burst of energy, but a steady, calm vitality. This type of energy is a sign that the internal organs are beginning to function more efficiently. By the end of the first week, many people notice that their cravings reduce significantly. The desire for heavy, oily, or sugary foods begins to fade. This is one of the most encouraging signs, because cravings are not just about willpower, they are signals from the body. When the liver is overloaded or when digestion is sluggish, the body often asks for quick fuel. But once the internal environment becomes more balanced, those cravings become quieter. This allows you to make better choices naturally, without feeling deprived. Some people also report reduced bloating and better bowel movements. This is important because stagnant waste can contribute to visceral fat. When the bowels move regularly and comfortably, the body becomes more efficient at releasing toxins, and when the toxic load reduces, fat begins to melt more easily. Now, maintaining these results requires a gentle approach. One of the biggest mistakes people make is assuming that because the drink works, they can ignore their lifestyle. But natural healing is always a partnership between the remedy and the choices you make throughout the day. Try to eat your meals at regular times, avoid eating late at night, and choose foods that nourish the body rather than burden it. A simple, balanced plate with vegetables, clean proteins, and whole grains supports the liver and digestion beautifully. Another mistake people make is stopping too soon. Even if you notice changes in 7 days, the body often needs a few weeks to fully shift. Continue the drink for at least 2 to 3 weeks if you want deeper changes in visceral fat. For some, this gentle routine becomes a long-term habit because it makes them feel good, calm, and clear. Be patient with your body. Healing is not a race, it is a process. The body responds when it feels supported and safe. If you combine this morning drink with simple movement, regular sleep, and nourishing meals, you create an environment where the body can release what it no longer needs. And above all, listen to your body as you go. It will tell you when something is working, and it will tell you when something isn't. That awareness is one of the most powerful tools you have in your health journey. If you continue with consistency, kindness, and understanding, the body will respond in remarkable ways, because it was designed to heal, to repair, and to thrive at every age.